Hello, America. Welcome back to the final segment of our special report tonight. We've been talking about Charlie Kirk's legacy and how he is continuing to impact the conservative movement and, quite frankly, the entire globe. We're joined tonight by my amazing co-host, Rebecca Weber, the CEO of AMAC. And I now want to put it all together in a conversation. You know this person well. He comes on the show often. He's also a regular on Wednesdays on the John Solomon Reports podcast in the AMAC Wednesday special segment. He makes sense of a world that often feels like it's falling apart at the seams. He's now also not only the national spokesman for AMAC, but the leading Republican candidate for governor of Maine. He's our good friend, Bobby Charles. Bobby, good to have you back on.
It is always a joy and a blessing to be with both of you.
Yeah, back at you, my friend. All right, we know what Charlie did while he was on this planet. We are seeing the extraordinary impact he's had in his exit, a tragic assassination, yet more people are seeing him and watching him today than ever before and hearing his wisdom. Where do we go next? How do we make sure that the freedoms he was fighting for become cemented for another generation?
You know, it's such a good and probing question. I guess I'll start with this answer. I think you have to answer that question personally before you project it out into the nation. And I get up every day knowing that Charlie Kirk was a truly bright light, and I will never be as strong and as thoughtful and as just daily courageous as he was, but I will try. And that's my goal, is to get up with that spirit that he brought to the public square every day, and somehow try to internalize it in a way that it makes me better in my job here trying to help the state of Maine. But let me say that another aspect of this is to constantly remind people, not just that he's a martyr, and I loved the beautiful statement, I thought it was so true, of one of his close friends, obviously all the words that Erica has spoken, but his close friend that said that a tyrant dies and his rule ends, a martyr dies and his rule has just begun. And that really is the truth of life. It is the truth of history. It is the truth of faith, and it is the truth of Charlie Kirk. So I guess my two answers to you are, first, internalize what you honor about Charlie Kirk in your own life. That's what I try to do. Get myself to my Bible a little more often, get myself out in front of people with a little more willingness to embrace the uncomfortable face-to-face, as Alexis de Tocqueville used to call it. And then secondly, remind young people to go to his podcast. I've reminded members of my family who actually didn't know him very well. I had just seen him on August 2nd here in Maine, but I encourage them to go and to listen to his wisdom, because it isn't just opinions, and it isn't just facts, and it isn't just a commitment to faith. It's genuine wisdom, and wisdom in this world today is very rare.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Bobby, Charlie did such an incredible job really reaching the youth, and he did that at college campuses. I want to talk about higher education. These state boards of regents, they often become political tools, and Democrats install ideologues, Republicans reward donors. What can governors be doing differently to ensure that higher education doesn't undermine public safety or the country's future?
Boy, you are right on, Rebecca. That is a poignant question for this moment, and of course, made even more poignant by the fact that Charlie spent so much time on college campuses. I guess my thoughts are several. First, we have to remember that education is the pipeline to the future. So whether we're talking elementary, secondary, university education, this is where the future of America currently is. And it's not trite to say we either get it right or we lose it all. So I would say that as a governor, you replace regents that are way off the reservation, just as in Maine, I'll have the opportunity, God willing, to replace 7 Supreme Court justices. And I will replace all of these activist, completely leftist judges with originalists, and the same thing needs to be done in the university context. And I'll use this as the template. Consider that the most important fact here is that education depends on a respect also for the country. So let's use the Bill of Rights as the starting point, from free speech and free expression of our religious faith and our ability to worship, to protecting ourselves with the Second Amendment for the Fourth and the Fifth and the Sixth and due process, etc. If we can get people in the university systems and on our bench that respect the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, we're headed in the right direction.
Very wise, Bobby. Tomorrow we're going to gather in Virginia to train folks on how they can make a difference. I'm looking forward to it, folks. Anyone who's in the Northern Virginia, go join the AMAC Boot Camp for Boomers tomorrow. Rebecca and I are going to be there. Charlie was going to pipe in before his tragic death. We're going to miss him, but we're not going to forget him at tomorrow's extraordinary event. Bobby Charles, Rebecca Weber, I am always honored when I'm on a stage with you. What a great conversation. What a great tribute to the extraordinary Charlie Kirk. Folks, before we go, one last request. If you want to say thank you for this conversation, if you want to say thank you to yourself, because you want to join a movement of patriots, here's what you do. You go to amac.us/justnews. You can join and get a 5-year membership like I have for just over $1 a month. That is an incredible deal. Go help fight for America's future, just like Charlie did, just like Rebecca and Bobby do every single day. By the way, you also treat yourself to all sorts of benefits and discounts. Go check it out. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, God bless you and have a great evening.